Hey everybody, Psychosaurus is here. Welcome back to Age of Empires Online. And today, well, we got the summer event running and we got one new minigame quest. And that's what we're gonna take a look at it. It should take like 12 minutes according to the quest description. So that's what we're gonna do. And while at it, I think I forgot to talk about the daily rewards items, pieces of gear. So I'll try to talk more about them because yeah, that you just get one of those except of two pieces of gear, which is the light spear and the sword that you can craft. So I'll talk about the just one-time rewards, what you should put it. And while at it, we're gonna go for the back in big trouble, which is the minigame. So let's get to it. It offers nice rewards. For 12 minutes you get 500 summer points, which is pretty nice. Otherwise 300 coins, 2 empire points, which is like really low, 1 chest, and then just one of each material. So if you want to play this quest more often, it's most likely about the summer point, which is a good amount because legendary quests offer, I mean, the new ones offer like 350, the older ones will offer you even 500, but yeah, those are a little bit longer, so 500 points in 12 minutes, that's really nice. Let's get to it. And I decided to pick something more general because I don't know what's really going on here, because I saw some screenshots, but yeah, I haven't played this quest yet. So, what do I see? I have some of these villagers. Okay, we can do this, and I guess we're building towers. Good. Can I age up? No. Well, that's a shame. So we're gonna need this. We're gonna have to build some towers then. I would rather have this over here. So it seems like they'll be spawning over here. I think this looks like one of those Egyptian minigames. That's pretty much it. So yeah, it's gonna be about getting some resources and then just dealing with the enemy. So I'm glad I got the food, although I would prefer probably most likely damage. Glad we got this out of the way, but I need wood also. That's not good. Okay. Okay, one going down, the other one is not. That's a shame, but he's going around here. Okay. Where would be like the best place to place it? Okay, let me delete this. Let's do this. Oh, I don't like this, but we gotta do this. Okay, there's some spearmen. The bag's house is the one that has to survive, right? Yes. So let's place tower over here. It's got a good amount of health. These are pretty tough because these are warriors. Level 38 gear. What is this? I hope it's easier for lower levels. But yes, we need to harvest some food. We need to harvest wood. We need everything. That's pretty much what's going on here. Okay, that's good. That's good. Shoot them from here. I feel like we need more than enough goats over here. You can come over here. Okay, now yeah, we'll be defending. So about the pieces of gear. So there's like 8 in total to talk about. So starting with, yes, the rust armor. And if you feel like the sound goes off, that's because I'm looking at the spreadsheet of the items, because I don't remember them. Okay, get rid of them. So yeah, the medium armor. So that's health, movement speed, good chance. I think I was talking about it a little bit. So that one's got buffed a little bit. I would suggest putting this on something like tanky unit like hoplites, because in my opinion, it's like an alternative to the defensive medium armors, such as the Delian Archon, the Rostam, the Gilgamesh, those pieces of gear. And why? Well, because it's like an alternative way of thinking about the meat shields, instead of like, how should I say it, making them tanky so they survive for as long as possible. You just make them faster to move so you can replace them faster while also having the good amount of health. So it's like this kind of alternative. Yeah, I wanna get the goats around. I could definitely use some watch post. Okay, more wood, thank you. I mean, we have some good resources here, but we need a lot of wood. Soon enough, yes, even more stone. Okay, so yeah, that's why I feel like the medium armor should be put on those. Now, obviously, there are a few other alternatives you could put it on, but yeah, I would say if you're using the unit for meat shield, this is more like, hey, you will be replacing them faster because they will get to the battlefield faster. That's how it should work. Now, what other units I would suggest? You could actually put it on something like the Celtic Rams and Far Beholders. That is an option because those two units are ram units. Although these two are not that slow as the other rams, it's still nice to have some extra movement speed, especially for Far Beholders. So it is an option. But yeah, other alternatives, if you want like tanky pace, make them move even faster, stacks nicely with that already good movement speed. Why not do that? That is an option. Okay, we need more. Ooh, that was weird. Need more houses. So yeah, like Hippaspist. You could even say like Celtic Champion, something that's just you want to make move faster, but you won't get that extra damage like with Alexander. So that's about it. Next one is the Sad Sandals. Okay, this one I was talking that I feel like I would put it on one specific unit. And that specific unit would be the Priestess of Ra. Why would it be? I don't really care about the health movement speed. It's a nice part of it. Although the movement speed is actually a pretty good part because the Priestess can reach the building you want to buff faster thanks to it. So that's one nice thing, but it's the training time, because if you take a look at the training time of Priestess of Ra, that's 30 seconds base, which is huge, because you want to get them out as soon as possible and make sure they start buffing empowering your buildings as soon as possible. So that's why I feel like, hey, the training time is really good on her. Now obviously you can put it wherever you like. If I had to suggest something, I would say put it on the priest units that actually can heal themselves, so that way you don't have to, like, how should I say it, worry too much about them dying randomly. Because they can heal each other, okay? They might be taking some damage, but if they can heal each other, sure, they might not be surviving for that long as with the Zahak's idol or like the pure health religious item, but they can heal each other, come on. So it's not that bad, and the sooner you get them out, the better. If they can keep up with the army, better, and the health definitely helps them survive longer. So it is, in my opinion, a really good item for them if you want to use it. Okay, let's keep adding towers. They keep coming. It's not that bad, but it's like a little bit issue with the wood. need more stone. Let's do that. Yeah, they are not that tough. Elephant riders, they have some. Ooh, they have pretty good pierce armor. If you have piercing frost gear, that definitely helps. But if I had to say, yeah, pure damage should be fine, but the elephants might be a little bit tougher to deal with. It's not bad. So yeah, that's about the sandals. Put it on the healing units because those are pretty nice to use on those. Now, next item, okay, sword, spear, I was talking about it in my last video. Ishtar's Wine. Okay, Ishtar's Wine, I told you it's just a buff to the movement speed that it has received. And then I was just using it on caravans. Now, I don't recommend putting this on villagers, simply because movement speed is not that good, in my opinion, on villagers. I mean, sure, you could argue like, hey, what about the woodlights? I'm gonna tell you, hey, build the damn storehouses closer. That's what I'm gonna say. You should do that. It's good for you and your villagers. So this one I would suggest putting on caravans, although caravans you might prefer more something like Dillian Hood for maximum movement speed. I would say this is like a weaker option. That is rather... I would say the movement speed is better later because you have the caravan, so for the maximum effectiveness it's really good. But for like the early part, it's a little bit worse because you're not getting the caravans out faster, you're not making them cheaper or anything like that. So that's why I feel like it would be better to focus on something like that. But if you just go pure training time, it's good early because you get the caravans out faster and they will be earning you some few extra gold pieces ahead of time because hey, you got them faster. And the wine is just like combination of these two. So it's like, think about it, the combination of Dillian Hood with the Nebuchadnezzar's wine. So you want to get them out faster, which helps you early. And then they also get the extra movement speed, which helps you later. It's now someone might go actually just full markets with the nanos and just build multiple markets, produce them faster. Sure, that is an option. I just don't like nanos. I think he's too strong for an advisor, and try to avoid him as much as possible. Ooh, that's a big army. Slow down. We don't want that. We're done here. But yeah, we still have a few more items to talk about, so we'll see how this works out. One elephant down, come on. There we go. One down. Few more to go. Yeah, I think punch would be really nice here. I don't think... yeah, I cannot upgrade it any further, so punch would be really nice. Advisor here. Yeah, back is doomed, if you ask me. But who cares? Anyway, so yeah, Nebuchadnezzar's wine, it's a combination, and preferably if you're going like with 1 or 2 markets that keep producing the caravans, this is where you will see the effect being the best. But if you're going with multiple markets, ooh, armored elephant to defend, ooh, that one is overstated. You got my support. Ooh. I mean, it's 540 DPS, but it's slow. It has slow attack, so that's gonna hurt. It's like one-shotting them. Ooh. Great, you won. So yeah, you go 1 to markets, producing the caravans. That's why the wine is really good. Okay, we don't have anything else to do, so let's go back. There are no chests, I suppose, because it's just one path for you and then the valley. So yeah,
hello.
rewards, we saw those, it's not that much, it's just something. I got horn, okay. So I guess we can go for this, hold on, let me set this up. Okay. Should see it, yes. So yeah, I was talking about the Ishtar Swine. We're done with that. Okay, Ras Ram Head. This one's got changed that it offers less damage, more movement speed, and extra bonus against buildings. So that was changed. Before, like I said in my previous video, I would suggest putting this on the ram ships because it was probably one of the two best ram heads for the ram ships. You would not really worry about the building's bonus damage, but rather like the movement speed, because you want to reach the target as fast as possible, because the ram ships are melee units on the water. Or you would just go the CPOs, which right now it is the number one, and I'm kind of sad about this fact that this ram head was actually, in my opinion, it got moved from the ram ships to battering rams. So yeah, CPO is right now the best for ram ships in my opinion, because the pierce armor is really good for them. But you can actually go also the pure damage craftable ram head, that is also an option. I just don't think it's that good. I mean, it's quite expensive to get it. CPO is just, you need coins. So for this one, it's for battering rams. Doesn't matter which one, because movement speed is very useful for battering rams. Why? Because they are very slow. And I would even say that this might have become probably the best ram head, or it's definitely one of the two best ram heads, but because it offers movement speed instead of just pure damage, I would say this is even better, because guess what, moving battering ram from one corner to the other it's just gonna take a long time, because most of the rams just have 4.5 movement speed base. So having another extra 11% is very good for them, and that's why I feel like it might be even better than the Ram Head of Knum. If you already have Ram Head of Knum, you don't have to worry about it that much. But yeah, this, in my opinion, has become probably the best Ram Head you can get right now. So I definitely suggest getting it and putting it on your battering ram. It's up to you. You could even put it on sappers. Sappers are also an option, just make them move even faster. They already move quite fast, especially if you put their advisors together. So it is an option as well. But yeah, battering rams definitely should try it there. It's a really good piece for them. That movement speed is gonna help you a lot with your battering rams. I would not really worry about the damage that much, because battering rams actually hit very hard. So I would say even losing the like 11-12% damage, or I was calculating it, but it was like something around that. Losing that amount of damage is not gonna make that huge difference, to be honest, because rams just hit dead hard anyway. So I think if you trade it for movement speed, it's just a good trade for them. So there's that. Ishtar's Plating of the Solstice. So this one is damage plus bonus building damage. Something like Heavy Destroyer, but just 10%. I think it's even less than 10% damage and like 30% bonus against buildings. So this one was not changed, it's just the same. I would suggest putting this on your... I mean, you can pretty much put it anywhere you like, but most likely like range siege or the siege boats, I would say put it preferably on the siege boats, such as the ballista triremes, catapult triremes, mangonel galleys. Aneris is also an option. You can put this on palintonals for maximum damage output if you want to. For some reason, still, it's better to just go with range. But yeah, if you just want to maximize the damage output against the buildings, this is your go-to. I don't really suggest putting it on like catapults, on just ballistas, because those siege units don't really need the extra damage against buildings. They already destroy buildings super fast. Like, it's just better to go grab the heavy destroyer's weave and utilize the splash in fight against units, because hey, guess what, you might be fighting big armies in the future, so it's just better to destroy them with the splash. And splash, like, I mean, having more damage and applying it in the splash, that's really good for them. So yeah, that's about it. Definitely don't put this on your battering rams, because you will be lacking health. Okay, battering rams are better with health. They have huge pierce armor. Come on, they can soak the pierce damage from defensive buildings such as towers, fortresses. So it's definitely better to have the health. They will last so much longer. They will be able to do a lot more damage thanks to that fact. So don't put this on battering rams. Theoretically, you could put this on triremes and other arrow ships, but yeah, I don't really suggest that either. It's just not worth it. Okay, Ras Scepter. So this one is not about the empowerment for your buildings. It's rather about your Priestess of Ra being more of a support healer for your units in combat. It has really good healing right now. It also grants discount, so that's another nice thing. And also they move faster again, the movement speed is there. So yeah, if you prefer your Priestess of Ra to be support healer, this is your choice, definitely. But it's just better to go with resources. Now, I don't say you have to all the time, but you could actually combine the Ras Scepter with the set sandals. That way you just keep the cheaper priestesses, actually you make them even cheaper, and start using Amulet. Although I seriously dislike Amulet, because Amulet will just give you more than enough resources to use. Plus, it goes really well with the Scepter, because Amulet also improves the healing range for your Priestesses of Ra, so they can stay further away from the fight, and so they can be much more useful. So it is an option. I should try that one time at least. Like, I need to get the sandals and scepter. I don't have either of those, because I was like, first year, I don't really care about this. But Amulet was not a thing, so I need to try that thing. Just go with like support Priestess of Ra. That would be a nice showcase. But yeah, if you combine the Ra Scepter, set sandals, and Amulet H2 advisor, you might have really good priestesses right there. I definitely need to try that. Okay, Ashu's Arm of the Solstice. This got actually buffed with extra bonus against ranged units, and it also got extra pierce armor. So previously it was just like Divine High Vizier, but instead of just pure damage, it just got the bigger portion of the damage transferred into bonus damage against ranged units. So this cloth armor, I would suggest putting it on the anti-ranged units before, and this pretty much still stays true, because where else would I put this? I mean, come on, put this on slingers. Yay, slingers, extra pierce armor, so yes, they can soak a lot more damage, extra damage against ranged units. That's really good. And not only like slingers, peltas. Well, I would not really suggest peltas, but because they got the extra range, it is an option. Takabaras are an option. What else is there? Like the North skirmishers are 100% great adepts for this, because their main job is to counter ranged units. So why not just give them the best cloth armor for countering ranged units? So yeah, skirmishers are there. Any slinger. Yeah, whichever anti-ranged unit you can think of, this can be really good. Now, obviously, if the unit is good in general, you don't really want this. I would say this is rather one of those items that heavily specialize the units for some situations. In this case, it's specializing against ranged units. So I would say put this on anti-ranged units. Don't put it anywhere else. It's not worth it. Melee units need help. They need to survive. So that's what this lacks. Pierce armor might help, but pierce armor will not help you against melee units. So anti-ranged units. That's where you want to put this. And the last one is the Ras Hammer of the Solstice. This hammer obviously goes for engineers. You don't want this on villagers, because it does not offer gather rates at all. it increases the training time, so that's definitely you don't want on villagers. It's good for engineers. Usually what you want to do is make sure that starting engineer stays alive and you don't lose him, and make sure he's as effective as possible. This hammer offers really good construction speed. It's I think it's a little bit worse than maximum divine hammer, but it's better than average. I think those are the values. I don't remember, but whatever. It's if not, then it's close enough. But yeah, it offers really good construction speed. That goes really well with the engineers. It offers movement speed, so when they move around your base trying to build buildings around, this can help them to move from one position to the other. And health, once you have them building your forward bases, make sure they stay alive. That definitely helps. Training time doesn't not help, but luckily you don't need that many engineers. Your first starting one is really good enough, but if you want to add a few more, I think just one, maybe two engineers can be an option, but you won't really increase that training time that much. I mean, engineers trade at 10 seconds. With this, it's like 15. So like if you add like two engineers, it's just 10 seconds. If you add them later, you don't really care about the training time at that point. You just want to get the engineers. But if you want to add them early, you just don't want to add that many. And honestly, I feel like 3 engineers max. You don't really need that many. So this definitely goes for your engineers. Now, if you don't really like the training time, Divine Hammer of Construction is still the best option otherwise. But yeah, this hammer 100% goes for engineers, and you should get it. It's really good hammer. Okay, and that's all. So hope you enjoyed the quest. It was quite easy. I didn't do anything specific, although the ignore armor helped a lot. Maybe I should try this again without gear on my villagers. And nah, it's not right. They have gear. It's not fair, but maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it one time and record it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Press the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. If you agree with me about the items or you have some better suggestions, hey, comment section down below. Discussions are always welcome. This was Psychosaurus. I'll see you next time. Bye.